lovelies, welcome to my channel. For all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the family. I'm so excited. I can see so much growth. I'm so happy about it. And for my oldies, oh my goodness, thank you so much for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so today's video is all about the pros and cons of online English teaching. Okay, so basically I'm going to mention a few things that I have learned along the way, things that I've learned to adjust to, and all of that. But I'm sure that you all will do so well. If you have not watched my video yet, I suggest you watch how to become an online English teacher, and also check out the intro video as well. All right, tips and tricks on how to go about your intro video. I'm busy multitasking. I'm actually teaching and filming this video, but it is what it is. Have to do what you got to do. It just popped into my head and I just realized that, you know what, I did not do this video and I did not mention the pros and cons and things to look out for when you are teaching online, okay, or being a freelancer as well. All right, so the pros, flexible hours. Obviously you set your own time. You can definitely just work weekends. You can work during the week. I used to even do both, as I previously mentioned, when I used to work for a certain construction company. Sometimes I would wake up at 3 a.m. or even 2 a.m. sometimes. Obviously have to sleep early and teach from 3 to 6, and then 6 I head to work. All right, sometimes, even during my tea time, if I could, I'll take one class for 25 minutes and then I'll teach. Okay, so that's the kind of flexibility that you have. So number one, flexible hours, flexible pay as well. The pay in the beginning is not that great, but you have to negotiate. You have to learn how to negotiate. All right, other thing is, you can teach from anywhere and everywhere. I will show you a picture of, I actually uploaded it and I used it as one of my thumbnails, and I was literally teaching from a restaurant. Okay, you can teach from anywhere. You can teach at any hour. Some of these companies offer services for 24/7. So literally you can teach whenever you want. Okay, whatever you're comfortable with. Weekends, normally I teach in the mornings, and then in the afternoons, I'm free. I can do whatever it is that I want. Minimal prep time. So companies, please get companies that give you lesson plans. Okay, not that offer, they have their own curriculum, they have their own lesson plans, they have their own basically curriculum that you can follow. Right. Opt not to get a company where you have to do all of the lesson planning and all of that. It's a little bit of convenience and it takes a lot of your time. And make sure that if you get a company like that, you really have to ask for extra money, because that is extra added time that you're going to spend on creating lesson plans and all of that. Another point is flexible vacation time. So you can take vacation whenever you want, depending on the company's policies. Smaller class sizes, but they range from one-on-ones, 4 people in a class to 30 people in a class. Sometimes, you just have a lot of students within a class, so you need to be able to manage your class as well. One point that I really love is that you get to connect with different people from all over the world, and that is a plus for me. Really, truly, that is 100% a plus for me. Cons. Oh, all right. The system of South Africa, the way that it is, please think of it in a larger scale as well. Whatever happens here in South Africa within the work market and all of that, it really does also happen all over the world. Okay, learn to be open-minded, as I previously mentioned. A lot of people do not know a lot about South Africa. Now people are learning about South Africa. Let me not say that. That is actually quite... things are changing right now. All right, but some people are not, they don't know much about South Africa. Okay, so you will be teaching a lot of people about South Africa, and learn to be patient as well. Right, we all have our weird stereotypes and things like that about different, sorry, I forgot to mute my microphone. We all have our own ideologies about different parts of the world. But the nice part about, as I previously mentioned, the nice part about online teaching is that, you know, you get to crush all of those stereotypes and you get to learn about other people's cultures, and you know, you tap into their world as well. So be open-minded in such a sense that, you know, you allow them to tap into your world as well. All right. People have mentioned certain things about color and things like that. I don't care about those things. The main thing that I care about, I did mention this, you need to sell your skills. You need to be able to sell your skills and to be able to show people who you are. All right, you need to take up space, you know, you need to stand your ground, and you need to be professional at all times. Do not take anything to heart. Treat this like a normal job that you would at the office, you know, working any other job. All right, so please do think about that. Every company has its own policies. Please make sure to read contracts quite carefully. Sometimes they can catch you out. You might even start working a little bit more than you're actually supposed to. And then sometimes, you know, you should really make sense of the clauses. Okay, really try to get to understand contracts and read contracts quite carefully and know exactly what you're signing, even though you're desperate, but know exactly what you're signing for and know exactly the information that you're putting out into the world as well. But as much as you work flexible hours, okay, a con is that sometimes you tend to work really weird hours. As I previously mentioned, you'll be working at 3 a.m. Imagine teaching. Sometimes it gets a little bit awkward, especially when you're teaching children. And, you know, you have your family at home, okay? You can't make a noise for your family. You can't say, yeah, okay. Now your voice needs to be, oh, you know, you need to be careful. You can't really make a noise. I remember when I was staying with one of my flatmates, and she used to have an issue with it. But I did try and communicate like what was going on, but she was quite understanding as well. Obviously not in the beginning, but I explained to her, you know, this is how I make extra money, and it helps me with rent, it helps me with this, it helps me with that, you know, just to be able to afford certain things and to balance my life. Right, so yes, you do often work strange hours, like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. when people are sleeping. All right, bookings are not guaranteed. As I mentioned, it's seasonal. All right, sometimes there's a huge influx depending on which company you work for. Some Asian companies, you know, they have certain festivals and holidays and all of that. If you work for different countries, for different companies in different countries, you can be able to you know, their holidays are quite different, so you will be able to have money here and there. But if you work for a Chinese company or for multiple Chinese companies, you should know that there's a peak season and then there's off-peak season, and you need to be able to understand when is the off-peak season and when is the peak season. During peak season, that's the time that you get to work the most so that you can make more changuras. Another con, you are 100% reliant on your internet connection. So if you have poor internet connection, if your microphone doesn't work properly and things like that, you know, you'll get a lot of complaints. And the other con about online teaching and freelancing is that they will fire you real quick. Tomorrow you will literally wake up and, you know, if you're not good enough. So you need to really put your best foot forward. Your internet connection needs to be on point. All of your equipment needs to be very good. In terms of power outages, I did mention please, okay? Always mention that you have backup power, and please do have backup power as well. If you need to get another battery, if you need to use something, just try and your best to always be professional and always be present and always be reliable as well, because at the end of the day, whatever you do, it reflects badly on all of us. Okay, so those are the cons that I can think about, but don't be alarmed by the fact that you know you're gonna get fired fast and whatever. They do give you chances here and there, but it's just like any other job, you know, sometimes it can be too customer service orientated. As I mentioned before, freelancing, online teaching can also be more customer service orientated. So you need to really put your A game. You know, you need to be there, you need to be present, you need to always be friendly, always smiling. All right, so just treat it like a normal job. Okay, the other thing is, the last con that I'm going to mention is that sometimes some of the lesson plans are boring. But you need to make them interesting. It's up to you to make them interesting. It's up to you to give your students a great experience all the time. Okay, so I hope that all of my tips and tricks actually helped. I am multitasking, but I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and please subscribe to my channel. Let us grow. I will be sharing a few more information about self-development, career development, and all of these things. I'm pivoting a little bit because I realize that there's certain information that we as the youth need. Okay, and I just want you to have all the information that you can. I will be having a few guests as well, so definitely subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all next time.